Hi, I'm Stephanie Benedetto, coach, storyteller, and unmarketer at The Awakened Business. Welcome to Wildspire Sparks, mini musings on my journey as a lovable human mess, shared in the hopes of sparking insight and beautiful feelings inside of you. I'm out for a walk right now, and I am having one of those days where everything looks perfect. I left the apartment and looked at this bush by the pond outside, and there's this blue jay just sitting on a branch, and he's looking at me. And I went closer to him, and he didn't move. I thought, I want to take a picture. Can I get a little closer? And I did. And he didn't move. And I took a picture, and he was looking right at me. And I thought, what a miracle that is. And then there was a guy out there. And I'd seen him before, and I know he has a dog, but the dog wasn't with him. And he said something to me which I couldn't hear because I had my headphones in. So I took him out, and he said, Did you see the duck? I said, the duck? You mean the ones in the pond? There's a pair of ducks that's been hanging out in our pond for some weeks. And he said, yeah, last night. If you see, the crew came in, and they ruthlessly chopped all the trees and branches and bushes back. He said, and last night, my dog startled this mama duck, and she's sitting on about 8 eggs. And so this man had put on its side a folding table with a sign, ducks, keep away. And he showed me the mama duck sitting on her eggs. And she was quite exposed now that they'd taken away all the foliage. And I thought how kind it was, how sweet it was that he had done that for that duck and those not yet born ducklings. And I saw another man just across the way, sitting in front of the pond, drinking hard cider with a carton next to him and just looking at the pond. And that looked beautiful too. I walked down the block and I saw people with their dogs, and it just looked like they were all loving each other. And when I looked at the sky, it was so blue and the clouds so delicate. And they just looked perfect to me. And I saw a house, kind of run down house. And on it, next to the house number, was a sign in vertical letters going down, the word blessed. The E was cockeyed. Something about that seems really perfect to me. I had moments like this before, and I think I've said before it feels like I'm in the twilight zone, but I think actually I'm seeing the world as it is. Beautiful and perfect and full of love. Instead of all the other stuff that I've made up that's not that. My heart is full. I had a conversation today with a man who is trying very hard not to feel bad. So he stays in his head where it's comfortable most of the time, but also where he tortures himself unknowingly. And I see it. And with all my heart, with all my heart, I want him to join me here. And I say to him these things that I feel in my body. This feeling, this good feeling in my body. I speak to him from that place, and I can see it touch him. It's almost like if it was a wave, it touches him, and he pauses for just a moment before he goes into his story again. And I called him on that. I pointed it out and I said to him, "Can you feel it?" He said, "I can feel that you do. I can see that you feel it. But can you feel it in you?" I said. Sometimes. He went into a story about when he can. I said, "How about now?" And the answer was no. He couldn't. He didn't in that moment. And it was okay, because that was real. I liked that better than pretending that he did or trying to make him. And we ended our conversation. He wanted to ponder this question: can I live ecstatically? With simplicity and ease? I really liked that question for him. Living ecstatically. I said to him, because we'd had several hours together, over 10 hours together over the past few days. I said to him, I know where living ecstatically comes from. I know the direction of that, living ecstatically in a way that's simple and easy. I can point you in that direction. I don't know what you'll see. I can't tell you what you'll see, but if you look in that direction, you'll see something about it. I think he heard that. And as I'm walking around this beautiful neighborhood as the sun sets, it doesn't really matter whether he looks or doesn't, whether he sees it or not. The world is a beautiful place.
Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to receive a weekly Wildspire email from me with future podcast episodes, stories, and insights from my spiritual and business journey, go to theawakenedbusiness.com/Wildspire. Until next time, may you know yourself as the gorgeous wild creation you are.